Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Are we live yet?
I think we're live, bro.
I'm not sure how this Facebook thing works, but yeah. Welcome. We're live on Facebook and Periscope for another episode of
Leading
Life. The show all about we forgot we were going to do that. We're going to try to do the intro.
Man.
Okay, so we didn't roll the intro today, but we're going to try something new. You ready, Cam?
That's what this episode's about, is trying something new.
Yeah, so before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and hello and welcome to Leading Life, the show all about living to the fullest and leading life on your terms.
You'll learn tools and strategies for achieving your... I forgot, man.
I'm Bren.
And I'm Cam.
Welcome to Leading Life. Oh, the enthusiasm in that, Cam.
I totally forgot.
I know, the amount of times we've rolled that intro and heard it and still managed to forget it.
Dude, the amount of times I've re-recorded that intro, remember?
I know. Okay, so we're just gonna, if you're watching this right now, we're just gonna share it on Facebook and
I'm not, he is.
stuff like that. Yeah, I'm
so
on Facebook.
Today in Leading Life, usually, okay, we're trying this something new because we want to make it a Monday through Friday show rather than just once a week, Monday live at 5. And we're trying different times. Right now it's 7 a.m. So, like, you know.
This is the first time we've done anything like this at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm not even fully awake yet, guys. I'm a little out of it. And so...
I had a nice bike ride here. Seeing the sunrise and stuff. It was cool. But yeah, we're going to try something new. We're going to try this on the webcam and the no Google Hangouts. It's just like me and him are together. 7 a.m. We're trying it. It's early. We ain't even had breakfast yet, literally.
We ain't even had breakfast yet.
That's a big deal.
Literally.
That's a big deal.
This is a big deal for us.
Yeah. So
So
we eat a lot.
let me just, I'm still clicking the invite and share button. Click the invite share button, choo-choo. Oh no, my phone's dying.
Your phone's dying, dude. It's like the beginning of the day.
So anyways, not only are we trying something new, we wanted to talk about that as a topic, trying new stuff, trying something new and kind of breaking your routine and getting out of your routine every now and then. So let me put this phone down for a second here.
Absolutely. I mean, for those of you who have a job full-time or something, maybe school or something like that, dude, school is like the arduous routine that never ends. Monday through Friday. Weekends are awesome, but like Mondays you dread. And it's like, when can I get out?
Well, you know what? I would argue with that, Cam. I would say it totally depends on, are you going to a school you enjoy?
I mean,
are
obviously.
Are you going to a job you enjoy? And even if you don't enjoy it, like, you'd be surprised. Like, I was watching a Gary Vaynerchuk video recently, and he was talking about how, you know, immigrants, when they come to a country, they come from a country that's, you know, poverty, and then they come to a country like this, and they see all the opportunity, and they're just willing to do so much more when it comes to working crappy jobs, when it comes to working long hours, when it comes to just doing what the average Canadian American, whatever you want to call it, is not willing to do, because we come from good home. We come from living up, and we got all these privileges that it just becomes normal to us, and we get into a routine and we stop to think of how amazing it is, or how grateful it is, or we forget to wear our awesome glasses and see how awesome things really are.
It's true, man, but the law of familiarity works with everyone. When immigrants move here, they're not familiar, so it's like, holy hell, like, this is awesome, right?
What's the law of familiarity?
The law of familiarity, guys. It is when things are so familiar to the point where you start taking them for granted. Like, you take your new TV, your new flat screen, you like it for like a month or so, and then you just kind of give up. You're like, you know what, this isn't cool anymore. I'm not into it. So yeah, that's basically what happens. You just kind of forget to be grateful for things. You forget that you're lucky you're in school in the first place. You forget you're lucky you have a job that pays more than $1 a day in the first place. So that's the law of familiarity. You're welcome.
Thank you, Cam. Thank you. I'm also very glad you brushed your teeth before we decided to.
I actually did. Like, I brush my teeth every morning, bro. I go through this process, guys. I use coconut oil for 10 minutes, and then apple cider vinegar, and then baking soda, and then I brush my teeth with, like, nice smelling toothpaste. And then I had a green drink.
Maybe that's what did it.
Dude, pineapple coconut, yum.
Yum.
So
Yeah, we
good.
actually went to we went to Veg Fest recently, and there was like all sorts of vegetables and like vegetable foods everywhere. It was amazing for like vegans. So like first ever vegan kind of style festival. And Cam, out of all the food, all the once in a lifetime stuff you could buy, he buys this little box of
10% off, man. 10% off. I'm gonna take
he just
advantage.
buys green drink. You could have got this stuff at Walmart, but he decides to get it at this vegan festival. Anyways, trying something new. One thing that I like to do personally is break out of my pattern as much as possible. Like, patterns are not for everybody. Routines are not for everybody. You really got to know who you are, and you got to know what your personality type and what works for you, because not everybody's going to be that into a routine. Me personally, man, I can't stand routine. I mean, there's certain routines that I could do, like when it comes to like personal development. If I could build like a quick routine when it comes to exercise, meditation, affirmations, boom, get it all done. But I cannot do the same work every day. I cannot play the same music every day. I cannot go to the same job every day. It messes with me a little bit. I like to switch my scenery. I like to switch things around. I spend a lot of time at home. Like, I don't work a job or anything like that. So I spend a lot of time at home, and it drives me insane sometimes. Like, I got to get out of this room. I remember when I was a kid, dude, remember how many times like we would rearrange our house?
Dude, I still do that.
just for a new view, just for contrast,
I think the reason that's a thing, obviously the law of familiarity, we don't like things that are familiar. We prefer to change it up every now and then. But I was listening to an audio, and they were talking about how our DNA changes 1% or something along those lines. Like, we evolve 1% every 10,000 years. So 10,000 years ago, we were like 1% different. So the way I look at it is, how were we 10,000 years ago? Did we have a home that we lived in all the time? Did we have the same job? Did we go to school? Did we wake up at the same time? Did we, you know what I mean? Like, what did we eat 10,000 years ago? What did we sleep to 10,000? When did we sleep 10,000 years ago? Like, I think about all the time. And that's why I prefer sleeping on the floor without a pillow or blanket. I honestly prefer that. It's seriously, you sleep better. It's better for your spine and everything.
You were just the biggest hippie, dude, with the tie-dye and the crystals and the like.
And?
It just cracks me up, man.
What?
I love it.
Whatever.
You just crack me up every time I see you. Like, is he seriously wearing that? Is he seriously dressed like that? Only Cam could pull this off. Only Cam.
Is it bad?
No, it's not bad.
Okay.
I'm saying you're pulling it off.
Okay,
man.
good.
You're rocking it.
I'm rocking it. Good.
Rocking it.
But they also talk about, I guess this is off topic from Try Something New, but they also talk about how back then, when you had the ability to get salt, sugar, or fat in your diet, you binged on it, because you'd be in a huge famine before that. You know what I mean? So when there is salt, sugar, fat foods, like, fries or whatever, anything that's like decadent in your kitchen, you will physically, like, your evolution will override what you think, and you'll eat it. Unless you're really disgusted and you're a vegan, whatever. But if there's like a chocolate cake on the table, like, you cannot resist it. You have to get it out of your house. That's why environment is so huge, man, because like sometimes you can't resist. Like, it's literally in your biology. You have to eat that, because otherwise you might go starving. And that's why there's 2 billion people who are obese and 800 million who are starving. Because the 2 billion people who are obese, it's not their fault. They're just, their evolution is...
They're in the environment.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
They're
in
that environment, and they can't resist. It's
if
just
you
a
were,
thing.
Yeah, if you were living in the same place where people are starving, that
you wouldn't be obese. That's for sure.
You'd start to catch on to what it's like to be starving.
Yeah.
Because not just because you're around people who are starving, but also the environment. You can't just go to McDonald's and pick up a Big Mac. You can't just walk next door and go to the store and get some chocolate milk and chocolate bars. Like,
That's another thing about the law of familiarity, dude. Like, we don't know what starving is. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm starving, man. I haven't eaten all day.
I remember saying that so much as a kid.
Same.
I am just absolutely starving, Mom. I'm gonna die. Any 5 more minutes without some food or grilled cheese. Come on, Mom.
I'm gonna die.
And it's so funny how we exaggerate that, because it's
yeah.
Meanwhile, I just got this big beer gut and this big cheese gut, and I'm just
man.
like, oh, Mom.
When your body can survive months without food, you're just like, I'm starving.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think another thing when it comes to trying something new is just keeping an open mind, 100%. But before we get any further, Let's check out the comments. We got some cool comments coming from Periscope. We got some comments coming from Elaine. Elaine says, variety is the spice of life. And it's so true. And Christy Canfell says she doesn't like pillows either. There you go.
That's awesome. See, I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy.
And then we got the hippie rules. Hippies rule. Mark Duncan. What's up, Mark Duncan? What's up? What's up? Well, yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, we're doing Q&A as well. Aside from just hanging out and chatting and trying something new. That's what we're doing today. And we talked about this before when it comes to keeping an open mind. We had a whole episode on this, did we not?
Keeping an open mind?
Something
we had an episode called Be a Learning Machine. And if you haven't listened to that, go to iTunes, go to SoundCloud. That episode's awesome because it's my topic.
Oh, Cam did it. Oh.
Yeah, it's my ego. Cam. Ego. I did it. Me.
Woo. Anyways, one thing I think when it comes to trying something new is you gotta learn to open your mind and like forget about what you know. That's so huge, man. It's like the law of familiarity is one thing, but another thing is like people just, and I'm so guilty of this, man. It's like
I think we all are
thinking that we've got it all figured out. Even if, intellectually we think we know we don't have it all figured out, we act as if, or we just follow the same routine what we've been doing as if that's the perfect way to live. We just follow that. We do the same thing when we wake up every day, the same thing before we go to bed, we eat the same foods, we go the same way, we do blah, 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 blah. And we wonder why our lives are not working or they're not working to the level we want them to work. Meanwhile, we just do the same things that we've always been doing. Absolutely. And it's so easy for us to do that because we are creatures of habit. We're creatures of routine. And so as much as for some of us, it would drive us crazy to stay in a routine, our bodies and our brains and human beings, our entire biology likes routine.
Obviously, routine, we obviously have to have some sort of routine physically, like wake up at the same time every day. That's huge. You're napping at the same time every day. You're eating at the same time every day. Obviously, you drink water every day. That's a ritual.
Yeah.
Like brushing your teeth every day. That's important. But I think mentally, you gotta spice it up a little bit because you'll get bored. You'll get very bored. You'll feel stuck at a dead-end job or something along those lines. And you'll wonder where life went 30 years after that because life flashes before your eyes when you're doing the same thing every day.
Yeah, 100%. Like, look at what we're doing here. We're trying something new. Not only are we not doing the show the way we usually do, which is every Monday live at 5 p.m., and we're usually interviewing a guest. We're trying this at 7 in the morning. I don't even wake up generally until 8 a.m. and it's 7 a.m. So like I had to completely break my pattern. I had to completely break my routine in order to make this happen. Not to mention what's also different is we're in the same room for the first time in like, I don't know how long that we've done a podcast. What else is new about this?
We're standing. Standing is good.
We're standing up instead of sitting down, which is
the white lights.
That helps with my energy so much actually, because I could jump around. I can't do this when I'm sitting in a chair.
Dude, another thing you were talking about. What were you talking about? About the whole thing with the thinking of we think we know it all. What was that again?
Yeah, well, I was just talking about keeping an open mind. I find a lot of us we tend to feel as if we got it all figured out, or at least we've got the things we do on a daily basis. We've been doing these for so long. Surely we got it all figured out. Surely these things at least make sense because we've been doing it for so long. Our parents have been doing it. Our grandparents have been doing it. Society's been doing it. So it must be the right thing. And so we forget to question it. We forget to question things, which is, you hear it all the time. Question everything. You need to have questions because questions are what's going to give you new answers, which is going to give you new insights, which is going to give you new thoughts, new feelings, new behaviors. And so questioning everything and being open is like, it's a mantra of mine, man. Even if there's something that like, I think I know 100%, like for me, 100% of like eating healthy food and exercising, like you cannot convince me it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I mean? But I would still have a conversation with you. I'd still be open to hear your side of the story, even though I fully believe that exercising every day, eating healthy, raw, rich in water foods, and drinking a ton of water, and getting lots of rest, I feel like these things are making me super healthy, and they're making my life a lot better, and I feel like they'd be great for anybody. I'd still be willing to have an argument, or not an argument, a debate, or a conversation with you about that, about what your views on health are, because I don't think I have it all figured out. I'm not like, but I'm pretty confident in
it's
what I do.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Because I've been doing results. It for I got results. Right? Like that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Another big thing, man, is like, I guarantee you. I don't know, like if We got some Periscope going on. What's our height, dude? We're tall. I guarantee 90% of the people in our society understand that, vegetables are healthy and working out helps you lose weight.
Not only
Right?
helps you lose weight, it helps you just stay healthy, gives you energy.
Yeah. No,
it makes
but
you smart.
exactly. But why are most people overweight then? If everybody knows this, why are most people overweight? And that's the thing. We all know things. We all know a lot. Everybody's smart. We're not stupid. We're just not applying what we know, man. Everybody knows that Burger King is not healthy, dude. Everybody knows like binge eating is going to make you fat. Everybody knows that sitting around watching TV isn't productive, but we do it anyways. Why?
Why?
Why do we do it? Because everybody knows learning is good, right? Nobody really picks up a book and starts reading. Everybody knows reading is good for you, good for your brain. It's unbelievable the amount of things that you know, because all of you guys watching, you're smart as hell. You'd be surprised the amount of things you guys know that you're not applying. And I think that's step one. It's not learning more, it's applying what you know.
No, totally. Like, if I were to tell you, okay, hypothetically, all right, I'm at a point in my life where I'm not happy with my health. I'm not happy with my relationships. I'm not happy with, my overall emotions. I just feel down every day and I don't know what to do about it. Okay, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm so confused and I'm hurting inside. I'm suffering. And if I were to ask you for advice, you'd probably know what to tell me. Like, if I were to ask you for advice, I'd love in the comments, what would you tell me? What would you say to me? I'm hurting in life. I'm suffering. I'm not happy with the way things are going. Specifically in my health and my routine, I just feel like every day is a constant, the same thing every day. It's this boring, monotonous daily routine that I can't seem to get away from. What would you have to say to me? Seriously, in the comments, what do you got to say?
I would say do something different, obviously.
Cameron, I didn't ask you.
Sorry, Jesus.
I'm kidding.
Take it easy.
All right, we got some comments. We got Frank in here. Good morning, Frank. What's up? We got Elaine, coaches in the house. Lack of self-confidence and integrity within ourselves. And he said, Frank would say, I would say, let's see your why.
True.
So what do you guys think about that? Your why. Why you do what you do. Why you get out of bed in the morning. Why you're even here. Why, what you have to offer in the world. That is a huge point.
It's true, man. If you ask somebody who's like that, ask them, dude, why did you even get out of the house today?
Mm-hmm. What's the point?
Like, what's the point? If you're feeling that way, why don't you just go back to sleep and stay there for the rest of your life? Why do you even, why are you alive?
Is it, Do you have a mission in life? Do you have family who's really important to you, who you love dearly? Do you have something fun that's going to happen today, or something fun that you could do? Is there some sort of way you could grow, some sort of way you can contribute or connect with people around you? There's so many things that could get us pumped about life. If you're feeling monotonous, you're feeling like every day is the same thing and you just need to try something new, you got to try something new. You know what I'm saying?
Which is easy. You could do that daily, man.
Daily.
You could try something new daily, take the scenic route to your job or something like that. Anything. Doesn't even matter. Talk to a new person.
Listen to a new song.
Absolute, dude. Watch a new video. There's so many things. It's unbelievable.
Learn something new. I try to learn something new every single day, and I have a list of affirmations and lessons learned, and every day I add something to it, even if it's just a little thing. All right, we're getting some Periscope people asking, "What's your damn height?" Dude,
they want to know.
Dude, we're tall. That's all. We're tall.
Tall is we're tall.
Yeah, we said that earlier.
Dude, if you're short, try something new. Wear some heels.
This person was not very satisfied with
you could
our
do some
answer.
Calf heights.
We're still. This is only our second Q&A ever, so we're still learning the whole Q&A process.
You know what? I think the Leading Life.
Are we 5'5"?
No, Jesus.
6'5". Closer to 6'5".
No, but dude, I think the Leading Life podcast. I don't know about you guys, but let's talk. Let's have a meeting here, Leading Life meeting. Well, I want you guys in on the process.
Totally agree. Shelby was saying to ask what is happy.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Right. So a lot of people, want to be happy, and that's most people want to be happy. I can't say everybody's into that, but most people want to be happy. Mm-hmm. But the problem is, a lot of people don't even know what that means.
I mean, everybody wants to be happy. At the end of the day, that's what life's about.
I would argue that there's so many.
That's what it is,
there's some people who literally they have negative associations to being happy.
No, but at the end of the day, like
Debate time.
at the end of this is a debate. At the end of the day, everything leads to happiness. Even if you're avoiding happiness, if I'm not happy, I'm happy about it.
I wouldn't say happiness as much as I'd say pleasure.
No, that's happiness.
Happiness is a certain emotion. Pleasure means you feel good. Happiness is like, well, to me personally, I guess everybody has their own kind of definition.
We're going to the definitions.
Cam's
we're going to Google.
Cam's going to Google this. But honestly, I think happiness is like a matter of just letting go and accepting the way things are.
Look at
and being
this.
at peace.
Bam! Pleasure, definition, noun, a feeling of happy satisfaction and enjoyment. See, everything,
just like,
everything
so
leads.
bam, I got you.
Everything leads to happiness. It doesn't
Let's
matter.
see.
Even
All
if
right.
you enjoy being angry, even if you enjoy being negative, everything leads to happiness.
Bam, Cam. Definition of happy: feeling or showing pleasure or contentment.
We're both right. Look at us.
Look. Or contentment. Pleasure is one thing, but contentment, it's like acceptance. It's like, I'm okay with this. I'm cool with this. I'm content.
So it's
right.
Both,
that's happy.
man.
There's also another one: fortunate or and convenient. So that's really just another way of like saying lucky or grateful or favorable, or whatever. Look at us looking up definitions. We're getting smart.
No, but no, that's what I mean though. Like, if the end game is happiness, then why not be happy now while you chase your dreams? You know, why not be happy now? But I mean, obviously, you can't be too comfortable, otherwise you won't chase anything. Do we have any more comments?
Frank's got some advice. He says, "Let's see what you value, and let's take baby steps toward the attainment of what you really want in life." That's a huge point too, man. Not a lot of people know what they like. They kind of get an idea of what their values are, but like at the deepest level, a lot of us, we don't think about it on a conscious basis. Like, what am I value?
What are your values? What are your top 10 values?
Dude, love. I believe that all human beings want love. I think it's deep rooted in who we are.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so
that
like
goes without saying.
That's
almost.
number 1, 100%. Number 2, I'd say is like happiness and passion. Because to me, like, that's life, man. Feeling the emotions, that is happiness.
Yeah.
Number 3, health and well-being, wellness. Number 4, I'd have to say freedom. And then number 5, I'd probably have to say success, growth, contribution, all those kind of things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the way my values reach is like, first it's love, health, or happiness, health. So like, those top 3 are really just about me. Like, I need to make sure those needs are met every single day. Every single day I need to make sure I love myself, I'm happy with myself, and I'm taking the necessary action to make sure that I'm healthy, because I understand if I'm healthy, then I could have success, I could have freedom, I could have growth, I could have contribution, all these other things. But if I don't take care of myself first, like what if contribution was your number 1 value, which for some people it is, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. But sometimes I found for myself personally, if the first thing I'm thinking about in the day is how could I help everybody else in the world, I get run down way faster than if I said, okay, let me like make sure I'm the peak Bren that I could be, and when I'm peak Bren, I could help so many more people.
Honestly, same, dude. Because like, I mean, my values, number 1 is health, absolutely, and that is because when I'm sick, I get a mindset of like doubt and fear and just inadequacy and sadness. Like when I'm sick and tired. Even, it doesn't matter, I don't need to be sick, but like even when I'm tired, I just feel weak. So health is number 1, because if I feel energetic, that equals happiness. So then happiness is number 2. It gives me happiness when I'm energetic. Like energy is happiness for me, I don't know. And then after happiness, it'd probably be love. And after that, it would be growth and contribution. Making stuff happen, man.
So find out what that is for you. Find out what those values are for you, because that's going to be invaluable.
Jesus,
Pun intended. So Elaine suggests, she says, take a step back. List what your positive and negatives are in life and work out what makes you feel good. Make goals. Delete negative people. Those are all amazing points.
I mean, in all honesty, when you're going towards your goals so fast, the negative people will just like be left behind. It will just happen. Like,
you know, sometimes it's easier for some than it will be for others. Sometimes the negative people are like your spouse.
And they're pulling you down.
Sometimes the negative people are your parents or your kids, or like the people you work with, or
the people you live with. Yeah, everything.
So, yeah, it's going to be easier for some people to delete negative people than others. But what Cam says is totally true. Once you get your shit together, it feels like all the negativity kind of just falls away and just drops away. So that's an important part.
It's good to take time on yourself too, man.
Amanda's like, you guys are 6'5", she's 5'4". Are we? We're probably like 6'3" or so.
6'3", yeah.
6'5", just it was a joke. Shelby didn't want to start a debate, but she started one anyways.
You did it.
That happiness is a state, not a feeling per se. Correct. It's just a meaning of being in touch as is. So you can be happy while angry. You know what?
Yeah, absolutely. Because if being angry makes you happy, if it makes you content, if it gives you a pleasurable feeling, like even if you're just like, I enjoy being negative, I like being like this, then so be it. Like if you get a pleasurable feeling from that, go for it. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Like a lot of people, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like you won't be too happy with being negative. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you won't enjoy who you are, and you won't enjoy what you did that day and what your life's about. But in that moment, if you're just like, you know, I just want to be angry right now, let's do this. Sometimes that makes people happy. It's kind of cool.
Oh my god.
And you did it. And you did it. And you did it.
Oh yeah, we weren't supposed to move anything, and then I moved something.
I'm
and
just
everything
going to
fell
shut
down.
this off.
That's okay. That's all good. So we got a couple other comments. We got Kate in the chat saying, you need to look after yourself, because if you don't, how do you look after family and friends? If you're not happy, everyone around picks up on that. It's true, man.
And I mean,
Vibes.
The complete opposite. If you're happy and energetic, everybody picks up on that. They get subconsciously jealous. They're subconsciously like, I want that energy. Where can I get that energy? You know,
dude,
like,
subconsciously, what you said there is a huge point.
It's subconscious.
Like,
yeah.
You don't even consciously think about it, or it just happens. Like when you're around positive people, your brain, your whole nervous system's just like, damn, like I want me a piece of that positivity. When you're around negative people, your whole subconscious is like, damn, I want a piece of that negativity. And like we just pick on. It's like chameleons, you know. We blend to our environment. We adapt to our environment. We become our environment. So that's why it's so important, like, to be in a positive environment. And if you're not in a positive environment, you need to work extra hard to create one, to be the example. That's the best gift you could give to your friends and family. To be the example. To be the best you. To be the best possible you could be. Because look, if you're broke, if you're unhappy, if you're pissed off, if you're unhealthy, all these things, depressed, you're lost your spirituality and all these things, and then you're trying to give people advice, or you're trying to tell people what to do, right? They're not gonna listen to you. You don't even have your shit together, right? But that's the thing. When you're healthy, happy, rich, wealthy, in terms of being happy and etc., and you have your relationships and your spirituality, all that stuff together, you don't even need to say anything to anybody. People pick up on that. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't even need to tell them what to do or how you're doing what you're doing. They just see it, and then subconsciously they're just like, yes, I'm in. I want that.
Consciously they'll just be like, yeah, they're just dumb. Like, look at this guy's stupid.
Ouch.
But I just mean, like, that's how it is sometimes. Sometimes consciously you reject it. You're just like, yeah, I don't want to be like them. Like, why would I want to do that? Subconsciously, though, it's affecting you big time.
But the more you stay in that environment, the more you're going to become like that. Like,
yeah.
How did you learn to become a human, right? You learned to become a human because you hung around other humans. Like, you were raised by your parents, or by society, or by school, or by wolves, right? Like, I love the example in the Tony Robbins documentary of, like, the little lion who, at a very young age after he was born, his parents were slaughtered. And the little lion managed to get away. The father lion, put the little lion, hid him away. And then some sheep come around a few days later and find the little lion, and the sheep take on this lion. And sure enough, years go by, and this lion starts to learn and believe that he's a sheep, just like the sheep, because he was raised by sheep. And then, sure enough, one day a bunch of lions come around and slay all of the sheep. They kill them all off, because that's what lions do. They're freaking vicious. Like, don't get near a lion, guys. Anyways, they spare the lion, the little baby lion who grew up, is now a big lion, and grew up to become a sheep, essentially. He even the lion even went bah, even spoke like a sheep. And sure enough, one of the big lions that was slaying all the others came around and said, "Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's wrong with you? You're speaking like a sheep. Like, this is not right." And so he puts his head in the water. Cam, let's do it.
You're not doing this. You're not doing this.
You're so like, you don't want.
I don't want you to do this.
You don't want
to
to participate in anything. Do it to me then, Cam.
No.
Jeez. You know what? Why are we brothers?
Say the story.
Why are we
bro.
even in this room?
Talk about the story.
And so essentially, the big lion, the leader lion, shows the little baby sheep lion that, look, you're not a sheep, you're actually a lion. And so he tries to feed that lion sheep, and the lion's like, "No, dude, like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm a bear. I'm a sheep." And sure enough, feeds the lion sheep. And the lion finally realizes, oh snap, I'm not a sheep, I'm actually a lion, and I'm meant to eat these sheep. And so, point of the story is, the lion remembers who he is because of the environment, because of the people, because of that reminder, you know? Great story. Alright, so we got a few more comments here. Elaine's like, "Cam, what crystals do you have, and what properties are they?"
Properties. I don't even know, dude. I have this is lapis and then a brown thing and then quartz. I don't know what the brown thing is, but it's awesome. It's like gold. And then this is my other one that I left here. It is a amethyst. It's beautiful. I don't know if I can.
We're getting ha-has.
There's some autofocus, I think. Yeah.
We're getting ha-has from
this thing is
Facebook.
wonderful, man. Anyways, I forgot where it came from, but I have it.
Kate says, "You learn so much from negative people for the better for us, even though sometimes you have to go through some horrible times, but it makes you stronger, happier person." Totally true. Mm-hmm. The negative people, you'll learn a lot from them sometimes.
So what's the moral of the story here with the whole... What was the topic of this episode again? I forget.
The topic... All right, we're going to wrap it up because Cam's losing it, obviously. It's
no,
7
you
a.m.
talked about sheep and stuff.
It's not
I'm
a good
what
time.
does this have to do with where we started?
You weren't paying attention?
What was it? Do something new. Yeah, try something new, guys. That's
break
important.
your routine, break your pattern, make it fun, enjoy it, try something new today.
Yes.
You know, do something that you don't usually do. If there's something that you do every single day and you think it's the most amazing thing to do, and it's just, you've been doing it forever, your parents have been doing it, your family's been doing it, society does it, be weird. Stop doing that. Do something different. Try something different. Be an alien. Be weird. Be different. Allow yourself to go against the grain and go against what society tells you need to do, or what society says is the right thing to do. Do it.
Cool.
You've been watching Leading Life.
Leading Life. So thanks for tuning in. You guys let us know what you think. You guys let us know what kind of ideas you guys have for the podcast. Definitely let us know. Definitely let us know what time works best for you. We did yesterday. We tuned in at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Today it was 7 a.m. Eastern time.
So is 7 a.m. good? Is that good?
Was 7 a.m. good?
Too early?
Or too early? Or
too late?
Should it be later in the day?
AM?
We used to do 5 p.m. So
yeah, so
I don't know. Anyways, that's it for the weekend. We'll catch you guys again.
Weekend. Oh, it's Friday. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Guys, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So enjoy your weekend. Make sure you guys enjoy it. Work hard, play hard. Right? Sound good?